I gotta play Galvan early, so I decided to make a video covering everything. This video will cover how matchups feel from the perspective of Galvan and the perspective of every other character, how his kit works, but this won't be a basic overview of his moveset. If you want to watch a video finding out his moveset, you should watch Aether Studios' official video. I'll have a link in the description. I'll also have a small clip compilation at the end. I gotta play a little Galvan at Evo, but not enough to make a video on it. Luckily, as an official partner creator, I got an opportunity to play him early and make some content on it. Thank you, Aether Studios. So I had my friend, Nofin, come over and go through the roster with me to talk about the perspectives of every matchup for Galvan, including the Ditto. To start off, I want to talk about some things regarding his kit, and as a warning, I will be saying Galvan adjacent words a lot. To become galvanized, you have to land an attack. Specials won't count towards you getting galvanization, but you can lose it by getting hit with specials. You won't lose your galvanization when throwing your neutral beat, regardless if it hits or not. Your fair also becomes stronger when galvanized. You can only have a max of 3 drills at a time. A 4th will replace your first, a 5th will replace your second drill, and so on and so on. But if you have 3 drills and your opponent destroys one, your 4th one will replace the destroyed one. Contact with the drill won't hit you unless you're in hit stun. Regardless if you're already galvanized or not, if you land a strong attack, you will place a drill. Even if you're not galvanized, you can still place a drill by doing a fully charged strong attack. And if you're already galvanized, doing a fully charged strong attack will place a drill while letting you keep your galvanization. Finally, landing a fully charged strong attack will place a drill and make you galvanized if you weren't already. Down air is a bit odd, but his rules seem consistent. If he spaces it just right, he can hit you with down air and leave a drill behind. Otherwise, he'll hit you and the drill will hit you as well. When hitting a shield, you won't become galvanized and your down air won't place a drill, but fully charged strong attacks will still place a drill even if you make contact on a shield. When performing galvanized up B, you gain a platform or a UFO. But you won't get this UFO by hitting someone with your up B unless you're already galvanized. While you're on a UFO, you can control the direction it goes by standing on it and pressing up B. Holding the special button, you can move the platform along the X-axis. If you place a UFO too high, it'll take you down to the 10 measurement unit on the Y-axis. While the platform is moving down, you can still control it along the X-axis. Galvan can control his opponent's UFO as well. Now you can't do it with down or up strong, but your forward strong can angle its drill in 3 different directions: neutral, up, and downward. His down B doesn't seem to be affected by being galvanized in any way. His side B travels about 6 in-game measurements of unit, while his galvanized side B travels about 8. It also has increased knockback. You can carry the momentum through angling the side B upward to go a little further. Reminder, side B is jump cancelable on hit. In regards to throws, Special Pummel will magnetize your opponent, pulling them horizontally towards you while you're in hit stun. Regardless of which pummel you do, you will become galvanized. Get up attack and neutral will make you galvanized, but special get up attack won't. There is a pause where the special get up doesn't have any active hitboxes out, and I had some devs at Evo do this to me, where they shielded the special get up and waited until that pause to parry the last hit. Special edge get up will place a drill regardless if you're galvanized or not, and will take your galvanization. Regular get up attack does count towards becoming galvanized. The drills can't be destroyed by Galvan except by replacing them or losing that stock. As far as destroying your opponent's drills, it's a little weird. I'm not sure exactly what defines as hitting the drill. Some moves like Maypul's side B and down B don't break it, but moves like her up B do? Meanwhile, Wrastor's doesn't at all, regardless of what part of the move makes contact. Generally, hitting it with normal seems to break it, but hitting it with specials doesn't always. So here's a little compilation of some clips of me showing moves that do or don't break the drill. Please remember, this is an early unfinished beta, and these things are all subject to change. I have some fun facts I wanted to include in this video. When you become galvanized, you won't lose it regardless of how much time passes. Putting yourself in special fall can trigger the drills. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but the fun little find. When Etalus freezes you, it doesn't count towards losing your galvanization, even if you get hit while you're frozen. These ones aren't in game, but I just felt the need to mention them. Galvan is the species of alien that Grey Matter and Azimuth belong to in Ben 10. Also, the planet they're from is Galvan Prime, with a moon called Galvan B and a sun that's called Galvan. To galvanize actually has two definitions: to shock or excite someone into taking action, and two is to coat iron or steel with a protective layer of zinc. It's done for the purpose to prevent it from rusting. Galvan is the last of his kind, and I can't help but wonder if galvanizing himself and preventing the buildup of rust is what helped him stay alive all these years. I don't know. Again, just fun facts. Finally, Nofin and I are going to warm up on Galvan and go through every match Galvan has, including the Ditto. You see how you got that more gold?
Yeah.
I think that's part of why I want to keep it.
That makes sense.
And here's mine.
Oh my god.
Also, I love that this one, the drills are candy.
That's so dope, actually.
Oh my god. Just go to town, do your thing. I told you, man, don't do it. Don't do it.
You gotta go for the dare, guys.
I feel like you can kind of like, when you're at ledge, jump up and dare immediately, but you very much want to retreat right back to the stage.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, oh my god. There we go, there we go. Oh, wow. Ooh, fun. Alright,
dude, isn't the drills like kind of scary? When
the drills are kind of scary when you're in neutral.
Galvan Ditto-esque, now that you've warmed up to him,
yeah,
I'm thinking let's do like a real match where we both try real quick, and then afterwards we can talk about how the Galvan Ditto feels.
Okay.
Graveyard?
Yeah, let's do it. I think people are gonna enjoy it.
You're happy with
what am I doing, bro? What am I doing, guys?
Perfect.
Holy shit.
Okay, so this will give us a chance to like actually kind of talk about it.
Sure.
Is that we'll be talking about essentially what it feels like to play from both perspectives of like, hey, playing as the Forsburn, I kind of feel like it's this, or playing as the Galvan against Forsburn.
Yeah. We
don't have that with Galvan Ditto, so we can just talk about it in general.
I'm sure you guys have already played it a bit yourselves, you know, and you know, I think there's a lot of depth to this character, right? And what I find fun about Dittos is being able to learn from what your opponent does and directly try and
I think a lot of people don't like appreciate that. They find that annoying, but it's something I can appreciate in Dittos a lot.
I feel like the up throw from Galvan is going to be really good, but also the downbeat. You can just go for that off stage and she dies. What do you do there? What do you do?
Wall because your character doesn't go straight down, but I definitely see it as like, man, that's gonna be impressive.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I think as far as the Dittos, what I'm noticing a lot is the advantage state Galvan has against another Galvan is immeasurably annoying. It feels like when you're in advantage, woohoo, baby, my turn, ride the fucking slots. How he feels, especially against himself weight-wise, is he feels like you can't just blindly hit him with a fair because they're going to go too far and you can't really like get anything else off that, and you're willing to say, that's the end of my advantage state if I do that. But if you're careful about your decisions with him, it feels like, damn, you can just fucking slap the shit out of your opponent for a hot minute. Yeah. So you definitely got to be careful about your choices, but overall, it feels like you can really get some options out of there. And not to say you can't use something like fair.
Yeah, right.
But you might want to make sure they're magnetized or at a lower percent.
Yeah.
When like this match is over, we'll swap and I'll be Forsburn, you'll be Galvan.
All right. Sounds good, dude.
As far as playing Galvan in the matchup, I feel like, I mean, we already knew that the advantage state would be such a crucial thing, because when he's in disadvantage, it's fucking jarring, especially when Forsburn has tools like fair and up air, and then also like naring through like falling plots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It feels like Galvan has to be a bit more careful against someone like Forsburn, But man, his advantage state against Forsburn feels strong too.
Yeah. In terms of like neutral tools, especially too, I feel like as Forsburn, you want to just be kind of whiff punishing. A lot of his stuff is stubby. You know, you can kind of tell. You know, some moves are bigger than others for sure, but using forward strong and like both Kate moves are going to be very crucial in that matchup. And since he's so big, I think you can get so much off of anything. You know, so I'm interested to see how that's pushed, right?
I think as like, again, still as Galvan, I'm worrisome that they're gonna put up a lot of smoke and then you'll like just like be kind of having to dealing with smoke, and then, you know, Galvan doesn't have a lot of space. But at the same time, I realize Magnet really does get rid of Cloud pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So honest to God, I feel like the part that I was afraid of doesn't feel as heavy as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely baiting out the projectile that Galvan has is going to be very crucial in that matchup, because you don't want to be side being, you know, especially if they're using it often. You know,
I think you're going to want to like definitely put up smoke and kind of like bait out Magnet and look for parries on that.
Absolutely,
that's going to be huge, and just mixing it up by like teleporting around, really playing in a way that a lot of Forsburns don't, but actually utilizing like having smoke and clone.
All the tools for sure is going to be needed.
As far as like from the Forsburn perspective, if you're willing to do it on a bigger stage, kind of play in smoke a bit more, but on smaller stages, I feel like I'd be very terrified to fight a Galvan. Especially maybe not now, this first week or nothing, but as the weeks go by, I'll feel fucking scared.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think the edge guarding is going to be extremely volatile in that matchup too, right? Just because like both of them have very kind of telegraphed recoveries, and also the tools to punish each other very hard. So we'll see.
We'll see. I don't know. It's not like too much in either person's favor, in my opinion. It feels like Loxodont has the ability to do so much with meatballs if he's willing to kind of push Galvan away, especially if you're worried about his galvanization. But at the same time, Galvan doesn't feel like he's afraid of Lox, while so many other characters on the roster feel like if you don't respect the Lox, you're going to regret it. Galvan feels like, fuck you, I'll go in, throw a magnet, and grab your ass.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it's gotta go one way or the other. I think Lox probably is better, but I am curious about one thing. I feel like you could probably hard call out anytime he does a meatball with side B.
Yeah.
And then not only you get the meatball hit, but you know, it's one of those burst options that is really effective against that.
Start choking on nothing. It doesn't feel Lox favored in the sense that like Galvan can't win. It feels Lox favored in the sense that if I had the time down and the moments are ready, and I fought a Lox player for even more than one game, I think I'd be able to be like, I know what's coming. Side B. Like, I feel like you're right. I feel like if the Galvan is even somewhat able to read their opponent, or has been playing their opponent for even more than a couple seconds, then I'm like, dude, the Galvan player is gonna probably cook the Lox, in my opinion.
Yeah.
As a Lox, I feel like, I guess, I don't know. I don't feel like in heavy advantage against like Galvan. Normally, I feel like I have all the tools to pretty much control the whole stage and stuff, but against Galvan, it kind of feels like it really does feel like two heavies going at it. I stand on this business. Clairen's fucking annoying. I don't hate the character, I hate the players, and that often is because a lot of you guys just sit on the fucking ledge and down tilt, jab. It's either down tilt, it's either jab, down tilt, F strong, or fucking neutral beat. And it's like, guys, go off stage and try something.
Yeah.
I know it's risky and you'll probably lose, but that's how you get better, is by trying shit, taking risks.
Alright, guys.
But it feels like this is a matchup where Clairen will yet again be rewarded for like spamming down tilt at the ledge.
There were definitely moments in which we did snap, right? Both of us in that matchup. And I think it's, you know, I think it might not be as big of an issue. But again, there is like the dude can just stay stunned forever.
Yeah. Advantage state with him doesn't feel terrible against her though. But it's not like some of the other characters we felt where I feel like I notice a lot more reward. It feels like advantage state in this is helpful, but it's not going to be great. I think we're going to have to see a lot more Galvans kind of retreating, throwing magnets when they get advantage. And really choosing the right balance.
I'm kind of worried about landing too. Landing against Clairen's going to be a bitch.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That was a match for me to get distracted on.
Oh my god, we were locked in there.
Yeah, dude, that was a hard last stock. I don't know. I feel like this match is a lot like what I thought Zetterburn Etalus was going to be like.
He can definitely stay in your face the entire time, and obviously he's called a setup character, right? And that it becomes very hard to even win neutral, especially after an exchange from Zetterburn. I feel like it's going to be very hard to keep Galvan galvanized, right? So I feel like it's probably going to be either his worst matchup or Maypul's going to be his worst matchup, in my opinion.
I think this matchup is going to be one of the coolest matchups we can see at a high level, but I can tell you at this level, the average Zetterburn and how fast we've all just become, you're going to get fucked up a bit, and it's not going to be a fun ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited though.
Yeah.
All I can say for sure is you are going to have a fucking blast when everyone starts playing Galvan on rank. You're going to have a fun time, aren't you?
Well, both my characters, the hardest matchup for me is Loxodont for both my characters, but I think that's still even. But yeah, definitely win against the heavies.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like Wrastor kind of wins.
Yeah, kind of poo-poo garbage. I'm not gonna be nice about it. So my thing, I think it might actually be better than Zetterburn because he has to wait so long to use his specials, his telegraph-ass specials, to recover. Yeah. And Wrastor is not afraid at all. It feels like Wrastor has all the tools to basically say like, hey, sorry, should have picked a different character. Yeah. I don't think this is going to be a matchup that's going to be fun for Galvan. I don't have a nicer way of putting it. There's definitely like, when I'm playing, it's not like I felt sometimes in fighting games where I'm like, this just has to play as a different character. You don't get a choice. Do not play this. You're choosing to pick the wrong option. But this feels like you can win. There are times where I'm like, look, I made a mistake. I see why I've lost this engagement. But it is also still going to feel like it does with Zetterburn, where you're going to get smacked around a shit ton, and it's not going to be a fun experience. If the galvanization is projectile immune, like if you get hit by a projectile, does the galvanization go away? Yes. Okay. Side B will get rid of it. That's, my thing is like just you're never going to be able to win neutral as long as he has slipstream up. You know what I mean? Like there's so much pressure, and the edge guarding is going to be disgusting. But yeah. I don't know what they're going to do about this matchup or how we're going to see it change, but this feels like if I'm fighting a Galvan on ranked, I'm going to go Wrastor. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Yeah. I think on paper we get the idea of, Fleet is Zoner-esque. She's not a Zoner character. She's a Zoner-esque character. And that she inherently will beat heavies, just inherently. She has the projectiles and the tools and the accessibility. Yeah. But damn, Galvan feels like no. Like, I'm shocked. So Fleet is denied so much side B pressure in this matchup. Yeah. And then also potentially you can set up things where you're not getting tech chased all the time by forward smash too. So yeah, I think it might be actually a matchup that's either even or Galvan favored. I'd say Galvan shakes up. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see the meta on it, but I would say if you're the Fleet player going into this, just get ready to be interrupted on what you would consider your normal flow of control. Yeah. And as Galvan, don't be afraid to put out some fucking drills. That shit is, you are inherently making sure Fleet just can't play the game the way she wants to play. You are dictating the entire flow of the match, and that's not a thing we get a lot. I think it's very Absa favored, personally. She isn't affected by the same things Fleet is in that matchup. Absa can throw out her cloud the way she wants to, and Galvan can use drills the ways he wants to. Yeah. And they both have Magnet and Cloud to the ability to kind of really interrupt one another. It feels like, I would say, Absa favored, but very much like this is a match I would play for. Yeah. I'd play this for hours. Yeah, the Magnet is actually probably very important to stop any Cloud. I feel like it's just a part of us not being used to angling it so much and stuff. Then you can just win neutral off that.
Surprisingly, I thought this was going to be super impressive in either Olympia or Galvan's favor. And it really doesn't. Olympia's got the same tools we knew she was going to have. Her up airs and stuff like that. The ability to juggle Galvan's heavy stuff. But at the same time, neither of them are willing to go too far off stage to get the kill because they'll both die.
I think this matchup is probably doable, right? But I think it's probably Olympia favored just what I saw. Obviously, like, it's very edgeguard dependent. This is probably one of the most edgeguard dependent matchups just because both of them get a lot from edgeguarding each other. So, yeah.
It feels like a fun match. I will say.
Yeah, no, it was.
I enjoyed it from both perspectives. All right then. How you feeling about that one? That feels fucking weird.
Yeah, that's definitely a weird matchup. I mean, I think Maypul probably wins it.
Yeah.
Not much to say with it.
No,
honestly, I feel like just landing is going to be extremely hard.
It feels like all the worst elements of fighting Clairen and Wrastor.
Yeah.
It feels like...
That's a good point.
I might have been wrong. Like, you were right.
Yeah.
Like, damn, Maypul was going to fucking fuck up Galvan.
Yeah.
There is really nothing else to say. I would just be very wary if you are Galvan. It doesn't feel like you really have much options. This is definitely one of those matchups where if you're not the better player, you're just not going to win.
Yeah. It might be kind of difficult.
It might be. Next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Businessman. All right. Honestly, this one feels pretty fun. I'm very
this one's definitely super fun. Definitely super fun. I think Galvan has actual counterplay to rock, unlike some characters. That isn't just like base, just shield and shit. Which is super nice. Lox doesn't have that.
No.
That makes that matchup the most unfun thing ever.
I like how the drills are against Rock. I thought that was going to be annoying, but I really like how it actually plays out. This feels like two very fun heavies to go head-to-head with. I would honestly probably say this is the most fun I've ever had in a heavy matchup. Minus probably. I really like the Galvan Ditto. I really like it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
All right.
I feel like I don't have a lot to say too much about the matchup. I mean, I feel like both of them do just have their game plan and don't almost have too many unique interactions, right? But
yeah, that felt like a melee match.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're both utilizing our tools, and we're both doing what we gotta do. I'd say that's a 50-50 to be honest.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit more skewed, but I don't know.
Well, we'll see how it turns out, but I think Galvan can definitely put up some numbers there.
At the same time, it feels like Ranno's just got... I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll be fine. Like, when this combo's over, it's not the end of your life. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
That was a good one, though. I like that one.
Yeah, totally. I think Orcane probably does win this matchup just because he can make it so incredibly hard for you to win neutral, and he can also just narrate it.
I think that it reminds me of Clairen in the sense of, like, if you play it the way, you can win. But if you're straight from the path, you're just not gonna...
Yeah, that's fair.
Galvan... I don't know. Galvan doesn't feel as, like, insta-win as I thought it would feel, though. I would say this is a matchup that you're going to have fun in both directions. It doesn't feel like how, like, Etalus is with Orcane or something where it feels like, God damn, when do I get a turn? Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, super fun. Definitely a lot of depth to this matchup, for sure, I feel like. I'm almost tempted to give it to Etalus just because it seems like Etalus' moves are just much faster, and he can always recover, it feels like, where Galvan may not be able to.
I feel like, had we put in the time on Etalus, because neither of us really have, damn, you could really just kind of put Galvan in some spots he wouldn't really want to be in. It doesn't feel like super impressive in any way, but like I would give it to Etalus as well. But man, that's a fucking fun match more than anything.
Absolutely.
Like you said, Etalus favored, but damn, this is just generally fun. If I was Etalus though, I would keep in mind, keep Galvan off stage. And if I was the Galvan, I'd keep in mind, hey, maybe set up a bit more traps, because Etalus will make you regret it. He feels like the most Rivals character we've played so far.
Oh, really?
I feel like a lot of other characters were kind of like, hey, maybe we're going too far.
Yeah.
But Galvan feels like, come on, let's play into it. Let's give you what you really want. He's fun. I really love all of his tools and his kits. I love, I love sometimes you're going for some shit and then you get a grab and you realize there's a drill behind me.
Yeah.
What if I back throw him, turn around, then down tilt? And then you're like, dude, holy shit. You back throw, you realize you barely missed the drill and you're like, whatever. But sometimes you're like, I at one point I put it down strong, like drill down, and then I down threw you into it where he just kind of kicks you and then you into it. And I knew because of where you were gonna go, I was like, I'll just keep going forward. I ran over there, grabbed you again, and hit you. I was like, dude, hell yeah.
That stuff is extremely satisfying, kind of in the same way of getting like a Maypul tether or, you know, an Absa, like cloud pop, right? But I feel like that is kind of what his whole kit revolves around to a degree, is, you know, being able to kind of know exactly where they're going. And obviously, them being drills was actually a very smart choice. This is a Dan character. I don't know if you knew that, not a Trevor one. So I feel like it's very clear what direction they're going to be going because there's a clear arrow, right? But
I'm very excited about how the drills from F-Strong can be angled a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see how people will be creative with those ideas. Yeah. And the one I really love the most, and I think you heard me bring it up, but was like putting a drill more facing towards you. Yeah. And then like, you know, like let's say you go to the left side of the stage and you have it facing the right side, and then you run to its like center stage, throw the magnet, and it bounces into there, hits like a top one, comes back down, and then because you're over here now, it goes over there. So you got a drill that or magnet that's going, and it's like, dude, even if it does land or doesn't land, you just created serious Jesus Christ pressure. I'm gonna be scared if I see that. Regardless of its value, it rewards creativity and the willingness to have fun, and I'm having fun with that.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna play Galvan on a serious note, you gotta know that this character's traps aren't gonna carry you to a victory. You definitely need to be smart and make the proper decisions, which is why have fun, try stuff, and be creative. But if you're not careful and you hop on ranked with this character, you're gonna get smacked fucking downward. Like I said, I would absolutely go Wrastor against any of you people playing Galvan, and I'm not gonna feel bad about how I'm gonna play that matchup. I'm gonna down air you 3 times forward and then fucking F-Strong you.
Yeah, I think we all knew that he was gonna have some kind of bipolar matchups.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I think he's awesome. I think he's super fun. I love the new stage, new skins, all that. Love hanging out with Raven, of course.
Love the skins very much. I love the skins. I'm very
They are consistently impressive.
I hope this video was helpful and that you enjoyed the newest rival. Thank you so much, Aether Studios, for the opportunity. Thank you so much to Nofin for helping me make this video, and thank you, the viewer, for watching. If you want to support me and my content, please use code RAVN in game and get some free extra Aether bucks when you make an in-game purchase. Finally, here's a small clip compilation I made with some clips I got while playing Galvan early. And until next time, it's been Raven. Not your rival, but your friend.
The money got a school full of junkies and flunkies taking notes up. Pop quiz when the clock clicks. Talk shit, cause when I cut this up, you got sick. The lock is in my book. I'm in your back, do we not? Top, get cross, then I'm not. Putting your top in your spot. I'm lost, pillar. Every day is a raid. I'm fully over, social normals going sober's insane. My gang of hitters ain't afraid to cheat our way in this game. It look like we play for the brave. Hating greatness is heinous, cause no one's saying your name. I'll never settle till the decibel level will make you feel like belt to metal. See mellow, I feel a bass full of treble. Your lady's ankles fell to jello. The
Tampa the region, but real life lounging with lanes. You loud in your lane, but out of your range, you floundered and flayed. Magic card made a little splash, I'm Gyarados dance on their graves. Your voice is bogus, I'm pouring potions. It's on me, but bands my focus, as if they smoking. Ice by the beat, them boats is frozen, ain't no more motion. Self-destructing, but no explosion. Lil' bro ain't blow shit, try keep it G outside, PC now bills is on their brain. Got Misty out of the face of drinks, but claim it's y'all terrain. We not the same, that little ditto shit, it's not a game. You at a park, you talking ballin', y'all ain't caught a stain. My money bloody pocket stain, bank account is down and no vouchers to drop prices. Player the game, poppin' he pussy, I law eyes with toughest talking, switch and say the solution is non-violence. I'm moving super effective, steel lights and bar flies, so kill your eyes and watch silent. It's red dots, the sheep sparks flying, smoking tide runs, tyrant. Never been a snake, but talk shit to dumb hoes. Off rip the gun hole, for raw gets trouble. You talk shit then
You all know who it is, the grouping of the hooligans, the crew that gets eroded, but some lunatics is losing and it's lucrative. The parents